Good morning and welcome to Ponder with Jeff today here on the studio. And with me, I've got different guests and they are very beautiful. And I know the topic that we are handling today is very beautiful. It's inspiring. It's great. It is informative. It is educative. And I know it'll give a bigger information as far as the topic that we are handling today is concerned. With me, the guests are on board. What is it? Muko sawa? Unakaa umerembeshwa sana, madam. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
I'm Achieng Olo. Yeah, I'm a student at Mount Kenya University studying for journalism and also a professional dancer. Yeah, Neza dance.
Okay, that's great. And you see, one of our guests is a dancer and is a journalist at Mount Kenya University. And I think when it comes to young people handling the issue of love and maybe love at first sight, you see a lot of young people, because they want to explore, because they want to exploit the energy that they feel they have, you find them rushing into different people here and there. And this is one of the issues that they make strides in their lives in their lives in school. And on to our stage, we have the next guest. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
So my name is Ivy Onyango. Well, I'm a student at Daystar doing mass communication also, like my fellow friend here, Achieng. And I'm so glad to be in this show today.
Okay, you're welcome, Ivy. And on board, I have the beautiful queen of the airwaves. How are you?
I'm good, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm also fine. I'm Lisa Mutinda, and I'm so glad to be on Ponder today as you're going to discuss this topic, love. I hope you guys will enjoy and learn. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. And I think you've got identity from the guests that we have on board on studio today. And so we are handling the issue of love at first sight. And I think sometimes you may grow too old in marriage and maybe there's no love in that marriage. And sometimes you may be too young and you experience love at the same time. What brings in the issues of love, or even what is the factor, or what do you factor most when it comes to you? Love at first sight. I start with Akin.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. So on love at first sight, well, personally, I do believe in love at first sight, because when you fall in love, you know what you want in your man. You know the qualities of the man you would like, and I think by looking at the man, like if you see the man and if you see the qualities in him, well, why not? Yeah.
So you fall at first.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great from Ivy, and I have Monet with me. Monet, unapenda kupendwa? Ama ni story tu za jaba?
Napenda kupendwa. Napenda kupendwa. Napenda kupendwa.
Okay, what's your experience on, or what is your take on love at first sight?
Personally, I don't believe at love at first sight. It's okay. My friend here said, like, unaweza ona mtu and you be like, this is what I wanted, right? And you have also said there are people in marriages, but they feel that they are not in love. This may come like, maybe you saw something. Mimi wanasema, I have a dream husband. I want a man who looks like this, and this. But those are just physical appearance. Now love comes within that person. You can be like, no, this man ain't my type. But the way the man carries himself, do you good, feelings in a develop. So, and the same case, you can see someone, me personally, I would like someone, a guy with beards, balded. But the way he carries himself, I'm like, yo, nigga, I can't do this. I can't do you. But there's another guy who ain't even my type. But the way he carries himself, the way he talks, the way he works, just feeling society inaanza kukua like, yeah, I can at least try it with him. And that's how love grows, according to me.
Okay, that's an opinion from one Olo. And I think I would also like to pick up from her because sometimes you may say that you don't trust or even you don't pick love at first sight because maybe there is what you want. And we were on the topic of love at first sight. And remember, as we were breaking in for the first break, I think we had not gotten the response from one of the guests that we have in studio today. And so, Lisa, we are the issue of love at first sight is like some of the two guests that we have is like one of them believes in love at first sight, the other does not believe. Actually, which I don't understand where you have to stand when you say that you don't trust or even trace love at the first sight, whereby you have to understand that what you'll stay or dwell with for the rest of life is what you see at the first time. But here, one of us is saying that they don't trust that process in the first time. So how do you believe that, or how is your take on the same love at first sight?
Okay, thank you, Jeff. So my take on love at first sight is that you cannot love someone the first time you see them. The only thing you will do, you will like that person. You will appreciate what they have, how they look. It will really amaze you. That is not love. Love is when you get to know that person and you find out that both of you understand each other, can reason together and come up with solutions, can be there for each other, you know. Like Monette said earlier, you might find someone who physically is what you want, but when it comes to reasoning, handling things, it's nothing like anything you can handle. So love takes time. Love grows. You meet someone, you like them already, and love will grow. The more you learn each other, understand each other. So in those cases that tumesikia watu walioana, ati sijui nilimuona nikampenda siku ya kwanza, ni watu alipata siku ya kwanza, akapendezwa na yeye, na kwa neema ya Mungu or anything, they end up understanding each other. And now the love itself now grows. So that is my take.
Okay, that's a great opinion and idea from one of the guests that we have in the studio today. But I also would like to challenge the guests that we have today because I think the show is partially and made for the core purpose of entertaining, informing, and educating the audience that we have in the societies and communities that we are coming from. And I want to give a question to one Monette that if you don't trust love at a first sight, what are the issues or what are the factors that you consider, or how, if you don't trust love or even you don't see love at first sight, what are the steps that you make so that you notice this is real love? And remember, this is the same person, if at all you come to agree, this is the person you live after the platonic relationship is over, you are shifting to a marital relationship. How do you notice that if you don't trust love at the first sight, if you have to move on with arrangements with the guy or with the person that you feel is the person, what are the issues that you have to consider when it comes to you making decisions at first sight? Monette.
Thank you, Jeff. As I had said in the beginning, I don't believe at love at first sight, and I'm still going to also say again, I don't believe in that. For me, I always say, in any kind of bond, be it friendship, be it brotherhood, sisterhood, the main factor that I consider first, it's communication. How someone communicates, how someone just talk, says a lot about the person. And apart from communication, you can communicate, but there's zero understanding. So we communicate, I understand. You communicate, I understand you. And that's where there are some qualities you can't just love, or you can't see physically. Ndio maana nilisema mara ya kwanza, unaweza ona kile ambacho unataka kwa mtu physically, yeah. But when you sit down and this person, you start talking, you like, damn, you reason like a boy. Yet you look like a man. So instead of me saying that I love you, let me say I just like how you look. I just like the things, the quality that I'm seeing outside you. Then when we sit down, communicate, we understand each other. That's when you say like, yeah, apart from the physical appearance, apart from the qualities that nimemwona akifanya nje, there's some qualities inside him that zimenifurahisha tena. So that's when, after that, the communication will come, we go for dates, you come, we talk, kidogo or show, depending on the communities. Sisi tunasema just Luos, I don't know. Yeah, so after that, love will grow from that communicating, understanding. Yeah.
Okay. Now, to our next guest, when do you think maturity should come in a relationship?
Thank you, Jeff. So, when you talk about maturity, maturity doesn't come with age, first of all. Well, you might be in a relationship, and what you expect from your partner is way below what he looks like, or the age, or whatever or the position he holds, or something. So, I think maturity comes with, personality. Yes. So, the things you do will define your maturity.
Okay, that's a point from one guest, and I think the final guest that we have as far as maturity is concerned. Again, as the second guest is citing that maturity does not come by age, I stand to believe that, and I stand to agree with that, because sometimes you may see someone very tall, someone very advanced in age, but sometimes you find the reaction, the behavior that they have, and the conduct when it comes to societal and maybe marital issues and relationship. We find that how they are arguing is very low, beyond their age as a couple or as a partner may expect from them. So again, we have another point from one Lisa Koki, who is going to make us understand how maturity works, and how maturity is, and how big maturity is, and what is the value of maturity in any kind of relationship. Lisa?
Okay, so I'll say maturity comes in most especially when the relationship is not at the honeymoon stage. Now, when you have serious issues to face, when you have to understand each other, when you have to compromise sometimes for each other. So a mature person is the only person who will be able now to see, yeah, this person is the person I chose for myself, is the person I want to be with. Let's say, for instance, they are not that rich. They can't give you that monthly allowance of 200,000 and everything, but they are there, they love you. So maturity is when you can see beyond the 200,000. You can see that I'm building a lot. Yes, I might not have this one meanwhile, but whatever I'm getting from the relationship is far better than that. When maturity is when we have a problem, a misunderstanding, we can solve it without breaking up, without causing drama, without making it look like one partner is the cause or reason for the problem. So that's my take on maturity.
Okay, that's great. And I think when it comes to maturity, also sometimes if there is an issue that has come or even arise in your family setup or in your relationship setup, there is no need of you setting the issue as if it is an issue for the community. So maturity may come in when you are at distance in your relationship, but sometimes you find you have to talk it, the two of you, not a matter of raising it to the society. So because my director is advising that we are short in time, I think we are ending there, but kindly follow us on our social media platforms as we bring you subsequent events as far as the topic is concerned. But before we end up the show, we need to have the final word from the guest that we had in the studio today.
People watching outside there, your take in love depends on you. If you feel like you can fall in love for the first time, go for it. But from me to you guys outside there, there's nothing as love at first sight. You'll look at someone, like what you see, talk with the person, see the maturity part, and know. Don't get into something because of peer pressure, because you love this, you like that person. Just know that you have your own time to know someone, to talk to the person, and be at a safe marriage. 10 years from now, Sikai ni kama umekaa kwa ndoa 40 years, yet you're only 2 years in marriage. That's my take. Thank you.
Okay. Your final word,
For me, I would advise you to, do what your heart, the heart what wants, or the heart wants what it wants, and I will advise you to just follow your heart, and live the moment. Thank you.
Lisa, your final word?
My final word is, please make sure you don't make very serious mistakes following notions like love at first sight. I don't disagree, it might happen, but please be careful with the choices we make, because some of them are a lifetime thing and they might affect you badly. And I'll also urge you guys to subscribe to Ubuntu Media and get captivating stories and documentaries and more. Thank you.
Okay, that's great, and that's the topic that we've had today, and that is pondering with Cheryl, and the topic was love at first sight. I've been your host, Jeff Kimayu, standing in for Cheryl Mageni. Good afternoon.